This is Larry Joe with Guitars and Cards, and I got my Solar 7-string right here that I got from Guitar Center used. Great price. I stuck EMGs into it, of course EMG 81.7 and the 707, and it's got some great sound. And just, I'm not exactly used to the 7 strings so much. I've been playing with it for at least a couple months now, but this video is a box opening of another Solar guitar. You see, you got this one, which is the Solar E 2.6, and like you see, it's got the adjustable bridge here through the body, and like I said, the EMGs that I put in it, and it's a really good guitar. This guitar has a story in itself, but I'm not going to go into it right now. But if we put this over here, I'll show you the other one I have. And that's this one. Alright, now this is a Solar V2.6 in the blood red finish. And as you can see, I put an EMG 81, and EMG 85 in it. And it sounds really freaking good. And I like the color and everything. It's a beautiful guitar, and it plays really nice too. So this is, I'm going to open up a another Solar guitar, and I just want to say this isn't sponsored by anybody. This is just me. I saw this Solar guitar. They finally came up with one with the special splatter. I'll show you when I pull it out, but yeah, no one sponsors me. In fact, obviously, if you know anything about Solar, you'll know that this is Ola England's company, and I used to watch his channel all the time, and I don't anymore. And I left a comment in his, in all of his things, and my problem with Ola England is, and no one's probably going to say this, and if you're going to hate me for it, that's fine too. But I have to say what I have to feel. In some of his videos, he put down, or what felt like to me, like he was sliding Dave Mustaine from Megadeth. And in my eyes, Dave Mustaine is like one of the giants for heavy metal. In fact, heavy metal wouldn't exist the same way it does without Dave Mustaine. Whether he was in Megadeth or Metallica before or whatever, without Dave Mustaine, there would be no metal like it is. And in the comment I put in that he holds up or reveres Dimebag, who's a great guitar player and who revolutionized guitar playing in the early 90s and kept metal through the 90s, but Megadeth did too. And Megadeth was there before putting out stuff, when Dimebag was doing his, his hair metal stuff. And also, Ola reveres Zakk Wylde, who's an amazing guitar player, and I heard he's a great person. So, like I said, Ola holds those two as being amazing guitarists and creating so much, and they did. But you can't take away or slight or put down Dave Mustaine in any way. Whether he is a jerk, he's a dick, whatever you think he is, whatever. his style and everything is the start, one of the starts of modern metal. It can never be taken down. So I mentioned that in a comment, and I removed Ola England from my subscribers because it's wrong to put down someone that's so important. And maybe he wasn't really putting them down, but any slight is a mistake in my eyes. Anyway, so without me standing back on my soapbox, it doesn't mean I don't like the guitars though. In fact, in the comment, I said that I thought this color, this blood red, was amazing. And I ended up getting this in B stock because they said it had a flaw in the back discoloration, and it was like $150 cheaper. So I'm like, I got it. As soon as I saw that, I was like, I want it. It's just one little thing, and I can't even see the discoloration at all. But like I said, this is a great guitar. And I'm going to put this back and talk for another couple minutes before I open up the box here. When I got this one, it was brand new. That came from the Solar company in, I think it's Spain. I think it comes from Spain. Anyways, when I got it, it had the blackjack coated strings on it, and it had the Solar Seymour Duncan pickups on it. When I played it the first time, when I took it out of the box, I'm telling you, I played coated strings several times. I don't go crazy for them, but I'm not against them. But whatever company that they had on there, I'm telling you, it sounded like playing a guitar with plastic strings. And I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. And when one of the strings went out of tune, it snapped when I adjusted it, and I said, great, perfect. It'll give me a chance to put some Diodarios on it. I think I got 9s. I think I got Diodario 9s on it. And Diodario, the metal, had just an openness that the other strings didn't have. And then when I put the EMG 81 and 85 in it, it just opened it up, and that guitar sounds fantastic. I would play it, but I want to play this one. Anyways, I wanted to put that caveat out there because some of the strings, the coated strings, it just sounds like playing plastic. You know, like one of those little kid guitars that has the nylon strings. Now, those nylon strings are used on tons of different guitars, and they sound great. But on a little plastic kid guitar, when you pluck them, it just sounds tink, tink, tink. That's similar to how it sounded. And I know maybe it's just my take on it, but I'm telling you, that's exactly what it sounded like. And without further ado, let me move this stuff out of the way and we'll open this sucker up. Now, it's got staples, so I'm not going to just pop it up there and then cut myself trying to get the staples. So I'll pull the staples off here, and then I'll pop it up there and open the lid. Now, one thing to mention about this, without going into the price, which wasn't like normal B stock. This is not B stock. It's just, I thought to myself, you know, this is a nice guitar, and I'm not so easy to get guitar or get presents for my wife for Christmas or anniversary or my birthday or whatever. So she's like, hey, was there a guitar that you want? And I said, ooh, that's a good statement, because there was a guitar that I want, this one. And I sold a couple other guitars to get this one. That's the reason why it's guitars and cards, because I buy and sell them if I don't like them. And I do that same with sports cards. It's just, I haven't had a chance to make a video, but I got some selects football that I'm going to open sometime within the next week or so when I get a chance. And then you can see that. And then it won't be just guitars, even though the name is guitars and cards, you know. All right, I think I got all the, missed one. There we go. So, what I like doing is, I like opening it and showing you exactly what I see, what I feel. It has an inner box, which is great, especially if it's coming from Spain or Germany, like those Harley Bentons. It's good that they have it. If I can get this inner box out. things around because that box is so huge. All right, now this is the first time I haven't seen this guitar. I've been going crazy for it for about a month, but it's been really hot, and it's difficult to make any of the videos. And this is the same way the V came. This V came with this soft case that's like molded to V guitars. So I was expecting this and hoping that this would be it. It would be in one of these. So let's open these up right here. And like I said about the strings, I really think, yeah, blacksmith or blackjack, whatever it is, it looks like the same strings. And this has a thing of oil in here. Anyways, there's your Allen wrenches to adjust the truss rod. I don't think anything else is in the pockets. No, there isn't. Anyway, so probably the first thing I'm going to do after this is change out the strings. Because if they sound plasticky, like the others did, it just doesn't have my sound that I like. Okay, so this is what it looks like. There's the case, and I'll take the case and put it with it over here out of the way somewhat. It was just a case. It's very light. This sucker is very, very light. I think is it Sunkai is what the body material is, which is a variation, I think, of mahogany. Anyway, so this is the 2.6 V Canibalismo Plus. So this isn't the super expensive one with the what is it, the Evertune, with the Evertune bridge on it. This just has the tom, or the adjustable through the back. Yeah, 2.6 Canibalismo Plus. So actually, I thought it was gold, but maybe they changed how they did it. Anyways, you can see it's got that like blood splatter. It's like that one, except for it only has one knob, which is the volume, which is great. When I swap these pickups out, which I probably will, you can see the headstock there. And I think these are made in Indonesia, and it is. You can see it right there. Made in Indonesia. Obviously, I was thinking it was going to be gold, but it looks like it's, what do they call that? Antiqued silver or antiqued metal. And like I said, it has, just like the other one, it has the Solar Seymour Duncan. In fact, it says Duncan Solar in it. Right there. And one other thing, when I was putting this one together, is when I took it out, it felt the neck was thick, a lot thicker than some people like it, but it felt good. And these are jumbo frets, just like that one and that one, so it should play pretty easily. Let me disconnect the Solar E, and I'll plug this in and get some sound out of it. Going through my box again. I don't know. I could bring up like my one of my other guitars, or one of my other one of my other amps. I'm excited. It's nice to have this thing, and I haven't touched it, and it's been sitting here for over a month. So there we go. Like I said, I could have brought in another one of my amps, or I could play through the big Bugera, but this thing sounds really good, and it's not too heavy, and it's got a good sound to it. So we got a tuner here. Let's try to get this sucker in tune, and I'll go through a little bit. I think it might be tuned like drop D. Yeah, because yeah, it's almost 2 steps down. I like it half step down. F sharp, I think. Yeah, it's 2 steps down, which was, I'm sure, on purpose. Let me grab my John Petrucci. I like that pick. We'll throw a little bit more into it. There we go. The interesting thing is, the volume works. The interesting thing is, this one, like I said, it had those blackjack strings, or blacksmith strings, and it sounded very plasticky. This doesn't sound like that. I don't know what the difference was, because it should have all come from the same factory. So yeah, it sounds pretty good. It sounds like normal strings to me, more than the blacksmith on this one, or yeah, blacksmith. Anyways, let's go back to tuning it. Sounds pretty good. Let's run through a little bit of bleed. Yeah, it's gonna go out, man. It's gonna go out. Now, knock it down a step, of course. Stretching it. That's good. I mean, that's the best way to stay in tune is just to stretch the sucker. It sounds pretty good, right? Don't I always say that? It sounds pretty good. The pickup sounds pretty good, but I already have the electronics and the EMGs to put into it, so I'm definitely going to change it. But you can see it right there. It's got that blood splatter. It's you would think it would be similar to that without the blood splatter, but it's not. It's not the same. They say it's blood red with the blood splatter, but it doesn't. This one looks a little bit lighter. In the light, you can't see it, but this one looks a little bit lighter, and this is definitely a little darker. I mean, even if it didn't have the blood splatter stuff on it, it would still be a little darker, and you can feel the blood splatter on it, the splatter paint. Some of it, but most of it you can feel. And I don't know. It seems okay. It seems like the bridge is a good height. I have one of those tools, and I'll use that for an instructional video that I'm thinking about. It's already planned out in my head. I just need to get a chance to come out here and record it for you guys. But I need to send this thing, you know, into the stratosphere by playing it for hours and get the feel of it, you know. Yeah, one of the things I always rate the pickups anyways is if it can make that pick squeal. And I can find that several different places across the neck without fighting too hard. Let's see if I can find that setting I had the last video. Not that one. Let's kick it back. No flange. I like it. I like the flange, but let's not do any flange. That sounds interesting. There's got to be the whammy pedal. See, that's the thing. For any kind of the slow signal stuff, it's not pushing enough. The EMGs, if they were on it like that one, would help out and just kick in the signal. You can try the mid or the neck pickup. I have no problem with that. In the middle. And drop a little. With the new guitars, of course, it's going to drop and adjust like 50 different ways. I think it's good. It plays great. I don't think you can go wrong with it, just like the other two. The other two are really nice. The pickups, I'm going to change them. It doesn't matter. The EMG gives a little bit more into the signal and adds a little bit more that I like. So other than that, I think it plays great and it feels good. And you get on stage with this, which I never have been. You get on stage with this thing and you're going to stand out like crazy. But you got to have some licks. If you don't have the licks to play, they're going to be like, this guy's trying to say something, but he's not talking. Anyways, that's the Solar V2.6. I was reading off the back plate. Canibalismo Plus. The Plus, I guess, is they use adjustable bridge instead of an Evertune bridge, which you'll see on the other ones. But they are starting at like almost $1,300, and this is over $400, almost $400 cheaper than that. So I was like, I don't need the Evertune bridges. I've had them before. They're okay. It's interesting how it works with the giant system in the back, but I think everything will be fine like it is, and then I'll just change out the pickups. Anyways, I'm Larry Joe, obviously. If you want, you can subscribe to my channel. Please leave a comment, and if you want to hit the bell, that way you get notified if I have any other videos that I want to do. I like to do once a week, but weather and everything is always permitting, especially since I'm making it in my garage. But today, I don't even think it got over 80, which is strange for where I am. So I got a fan on, but I'm not overheating. But I did have to put the phone in the refrigerator. In fact, it turned off, that's hilarious. Anyways, yeah, if you like what you see, please leave a comment. Leave a comment. It's extremely important. Like I said, all the other ones, and I'm going to keep saying it, I want to know what you want to see, if I can do it, and then there's a chance of selling it. If I don't like it, I'll do it, no problem. Just, I like buying lower if possible. This wasn't, but if this was B stock, I would have grabbed this so quick, but I think there's other people seeing that, and they're grabbing it. This one was a B stock, and this one I got from Guitar Center. It was routed out. Somebody had routed it out, and on the back they routed out a hole to put the 9-volt battery for it. So I got an amazing deal on that from Guitar Center. And I know you're like, really? That's impossible, because whenever I go there, it's not like that. Well, if you're looking for used guitars and you go to their website and just keep searching, you'll find some good guitars. In fact, I probably want to do a video of me shopping, like how I do. It isn't I go through and I get everything brand new. No. If I see something that's like $800 or $900, whatever, like this one, and I see that I can find it, I'll look everywhere. Reverb, YouTube, every place I can think of. Not YouTube, eBay, Zounds is good. Musician's Friend, but it's pretty much the same as Guitar Center. And I can find it for a good discount as opposed to buying it new, and it's in pretty good shape. I am there. I'll be the first one to click on it if I got the money saved to pay for it. Yeah, so that's my guitar buying strategy too. So you can use that if it'll help you find the guitar you want. My suggestion is try some stuff. See what you like, style. I mean, I had the Strats and this Tele style. I like I like the V's and the Explorer style, just because, I don't know, they just look so cool to me. It's not specifically Dave Mustaine, who always has a V, and I do have 3 of his guitars from Dean, but I mean, in the 80s, I mean, there was Robin Crosby from Rat. He was like one of the first ones to really start playing the V, the double V like this that Jackson came up with. And Danny Spitz always had the RR, which is the Randy Rhoads ones, and I've always liked Anthrax. So whenever I see a V, I'm like, wow, that looks cool. Maybe I can find something like that for a good price on Guitar Center Reverb or one of the other websites. That's it. Besides, please leave a comment. You tell me what's going on. I'll be cool. Thank you so much for tuning in this time. You can check out any of my other videos that I have. I try to review lower cost guitars. That way, the working man like me, I mean, I got a lot of guitars, but it doesn't mean I want to spend $1,000 for everything I have. Like I said, B stock. If I can get it B stock or used, I'm gonna be the first one to click on it. So the videos are for the cheaper guitars, because it's easier for you and me to be able to get these guitars. And I'll play it out until this little thing, this Bluetooth signal, actually works. It like takes a second to kick in. Yeah, you see it come on there. It takes a second to kick in, but I'll play it off and hit the button in the middle of it. Sounds good.